We just did 45 minutes that nobody heard.
Nobody heard.
No.
All right, here we go. We got to start over again.
So we're back.
Take 5.
Yes.
It was really interesting. We talked about South by Southwest, discovering new music. Your parents going to P.F. Chang's and demanding that they make a cocktail from 10 years ago that nobody knows how to make.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to trust us that it was really funny.
It was great. It was good.
Yeah.
But it's okay. It's part of the learning process.
Yeah, but you were telling us about bombing the other night, so like...
Yeah, I mean, I bombed. It's fine. I mean, it's funny. A friend of mine was saying, like, oh, you bombed technically twice yesterday because I was at Lucky Duck, like I said. And I do this joke. I told you guys this joke a million times now, where basically it's like when you can't say the word walk around your dog because it's kind of like the N word. Like you don't want to say it. And I did that joke, and there was a black guy in the back, and he yelled, "Bad joke!"
No.
And then for the rest of my set, he kept going, "Bad joke." But then he felt bad at the end, and he walked up and he fist bumped me. He was like, "Nah, man, it was funny. It was funny." But he was just fucking with me. And people were laughing, but it kind of threw me off when he was yelling that, and I was like, "Oh shit, did I actually piss him off?"
Nah, he's heckling you.
Yeah, he was just fucking with me, but it was pretty funny.
What percentage of the Austin comedy scene is like just totally delusional? Because
Oh, God.
the impression that
Oh,
I
God.
get of how big the Austin comedy scene is getting is like,
Okay, hang
I'm
on.
not in it. I
It's
know that
so
like tons
many
of people are
people.
moving here because of the Austin comedy scene.
Eric showed me this video of this
I
guy.
was gonna show you that.
Oh
where
my
you were
God.
like filming from the back of a restaurant. And
Yeah,
I saw
and
that video too.
It
yeah.
was so bad.
Yeah.
I was honestly like,
Yeah.
how are they keeping this guy up there, like telling these
Do you
jokes?
want to
It
name
was
this
like,
guy?
No, I will never do that. But
No.
he is like,
yeah, we're not going to do that.
it was like he's just up there basically talking about how he like fucked a girl till she was bleeding. Like he was saying all sorts of crazy shit.
And no one was laughing.
And his girlfriend was there, and everyone's just quiet. And at one point, I filmed like someone in the audience, and you can see their faces just like, "What is this?" And there's a beauty to that because it is truly like you can say whatever you want. Like there is a beauty to that. But man, that is
so uncomfortable.
that is
Just,
a
yeah, it was
tough.
just pure uncomfortable.
It's a tough 3 minutes to sit through.
Yeah.
I would not want to be that guy's girlfriend.
Yeah. But
Like, in him talking about us having sex.
and I don't ever want to like say like I'm like in the comedian scene. I'm a comic because I do comedy. I've been doing open mics for like 6 months, so I don't feel like I'm one of the people in like I'm deep. But from what I've seen, there's a lot of delusion, like so much delusion, and there's some good ones too. But it's so hard to be good when there's just a sea of dog shit, and then all of a sudden you'll get a pebble of like, oh, that was pretty good. But then it's back to dog shit, and you don't even get a moment to recognize that person was good. You know what I'm saying?
And how much do you have to like fight through the feeling of like, oh, I might be one of the shitty ones?
Yeah.
Because like, I mean, you're just going to be for the first few years, I would imagine, or
I would assume.
for a long time. Like,
I have jokes
Takes a while
now
to work
that
through
I'm
that.
like I'm pretty confident about, but I think the first 3 months I'm thinking about what I did, and I was like, I don't think I would even do that on stage now. Like I would never even say that now that I've been doing this enough time.
I mean, that seems pretty typical.
Yeah,
It's like writing music.
but I'm assuming that in 6 months I'll say the same thing about the stuff I'm doing now.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So I don't know, but yeah, I'm assuming music is also similar. Where
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like there are songs where you're like, damn, I can't believe I even did that.
I honestly hate watching myself.
I think everyone does. There used to be a time where I used to hate hearing my voice. And I don't know if I grew out of it or what, but now I don't really mind hearing my voice on an audio recording or like a
Yeah.
video or something. But every now and then I'll hear someone say like, oh, they hear themselves recording. They're like, oh, is that how I sound? And I'm like, I used to have that thought, but I don't have that thought
I
anymore.
had that recently. I did like an interview after one of the gigs that we played earlier this month and watched a video online, and I was like, am I drunk? Like, why do I sound like that? My voice was super high pitched, and I was like, yeah, And I was just like, do I sound like that? You're about to tell me I am, huh? You're about to tell me that I do sound like that.
Sometimes.
Sonia, I'm so sorry.
Hate to break it
Sonia.
to you, but that is what your hair looks like from the back.
Stay seated. Yeah.
Now that takes a while to like work through that to feel comfortable hearing your own voice recorded.
Yeah. But I also think it has to do with what is recording your voice. Because
Yes.
sometimes if you get like a really shitty audio of your voice, it's like,
Yeah.
oof.
No, it's
Yeah.
just like a camera taking your picture, you know?
Same, dude. There's a photo of me when I was like 18. We were in Brazil, and it was like a family photo, and someone took a photo of me, and I this photo of me haunts my dreams. I look like Sid the Sloth. My eyes are just, and I'm tall.
Oh,
Wait, from
shit.
Ice Age?
From
Age?
Ice Age.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's funny. That face you made, I was like, Ice Age?
yeah. People say that Anya Taylor-Joy looks like Sid the Sloth, but
No.
she's
And
my
you guys
baby.
were meant to be.
Yeah,
she's
I
my
mean,
baby.
I think that's there's some
Anya,
there's some
if
like
you're listening,
there's some primordial thing in you that like recognizes like she is of my tribe.
dude, I don't know what it is, and it makes it's even better when my friends tell me that they don't find her attractive because it's like good.
Less competition.
Yeah, she's all mine. Do you guys have someone like that where you're like,
I thought that Ryan had someone like that, but then
Sonia's like convinced that I love Scarlett Johansson.
Really?
you said that was your celebrity crush.
I mean, yeah, she's
attractive.
She's hot, but like, man, we watched this movie last night that she was in, and I was like,
which one?
Oh
it
my
was
God.
called Don John.
It was funny.
Oh no, yeah.
Wait, you've seen it?
She's like a New Jersey girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she-
got
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
I've
she's
seen
got
that
a
movie.
New Jersey accent.
and
Yeah,
she's like
yeah.
supposed to be a dislikable character in that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't know, even outside of that movie, I'm not like, oh my God, I have to watch every Scarlett
Oh my God,
Johansson
Ryan
movie.
really didn't like that movie. He was like, everyone's so annoying.
Have you seen this movie?
Yeah, I've seen it, and they are annoying. It's hard
Everyone
to even
is-
like the protagonist.
Exactly. It's like everybody in this movie
this
is
guy's
annoying.
also a douchebag.
They're all shallow, annoying people.
Yeah,
Yeah, except for the girl that cries at the night classes.
yeah. What's that actress's name?
I don't know.
Julianne something.
Julianne Moore.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I like her.
She's great. I think she's great.
She's a great actress.
She was in Evolution.
She was she was in Evolution.
Yeah.
She was the lady that ends up with Ira.
What a great! Have you seen that movie?
Oh my! So many times. Yeah. I
my
love that. I
God.
love Evolution.
We love that movie.
You are so beautiful
To me.
They have to kill the aliens with an industrial supply of Head and
Head and
Shoulders bamboo
Shoulders.
shampoo.
So good, man.
That
At
is
the end,
exactly
it's
what
a
they said, too.
commercial. I wonder if they got paid by Head and Shoulders. They had to have, right?
Yeah, you can't have like it be the central
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
plot figure of your movie and not like.
But it was so genius because it was so in your face that they probably got money, like a good amount of money for it.
Yeah.
Is that how
And-
you get funding for movies? Are you just like, we want to make your product
Dude, what,
the thing that saves everyone in
Probably.
this film?
let me tell you. So, have you guys seen World War Z?
No.
No.
You guys heard of it?
Yeah, it's
The
like
one
there
with
was a
Brad
book
Pitt?
first, right?
Brad Pitt.
I've seen it. Yeah, I saw that
So,
one.
so there's a scene in this movie where he is
I don't remember what happened.
he's at the vending machine and he pops it and all these cans go off and it attracts all the zombies toward the door so that he
Yeah.
can get out.
It's Coke.
No, it's Pepsi.
Oh.
And he picks up a Pepsi, cracks it, and sips it. And it's just like a whole maybe 5 to 10 seconds of him just cracking this thing and sipping it. And I'm like, what a fucking commercial.
I hate that so much.
You know what I mean?
Oh, when we watch movies and like, I didn't even notice this, but Ryan will be like, God, there's so much product placement in this movie.
Cannot stand product placement. in
And he'll
movies.
just be like, look at the Apple laptop. Oh, look at the Apple telephone. Oh, there's a Coke over there. Oh, there's
did you happen
they
to watch
use
the,
Geico insurance. You know, like
Well, honestly, like an Apple product or like a laptop wouldn't bother me. But when I see a Coke or something, that does stand
Yeah.
out.
Did you happen to see the Battleship movie?
Yes.
with
like-
Rihanna.
I don't remember.
With Rihanna?
Is it the one where in the beginning he
And Channing
tries
Tatum?
he breaks into a convenience store to get a burrito?
Honestly, I don't even remember. Like, I might have missed the beginning. It was like on HBO.
But it's
at
like
my parents' house
aliens
or
and
something.
battleships are fighting them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, before you talk
There was
shit,
a lot of product
lot
placement
of
in
product
that.
placement. But the beginning of that movie is hilarious. And if you're like just trying to put something on the TV that's action, not a bad decision. But other than
There's so many
that,
better
it's
decisions.
disgustingly bad. I would agree with you.
There was like a huge Subway commercial in the middle of it. I remember.
Yeah?
There was like,
Wait, what? I don't
I don't know.
remember
There was
any of that.
some ship getting blown up or something, or there was some kind of car chase. I don't know why there was a car chase in a battleship movie, but
Yeah.
like there was an alien attack of some kind, and then this just like big rolling advertisement for Subway goes by. And I was like, oh my
Not
god,
good.
I cannot stand this.
Yeah, that was Rihanna was in that.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Rihanna.
Yeah, at the beginning, the burrito scene I was
I
talking
don't
about.
remember the burrito scene.
It's actually hilarious. So the bombshell girl walks into the bar, and his objective is to get her.
Okay.
And she's like, if you can get me a burrito in the next 5 minutes because I'm starving, then I'll go on a date with you. And then he goes to the convenience store across the street, and it's closed. So he breaks in and tries to get a burrito, and he gets tased by a cop, but he actually gets it to her at the last second. Pretty funny.
Oh my god.
I like the scene. But
That's goofy.
the rest of it is garbage.
and then what? They get recruited to go on this battleship or something.
Yeah, and then he joins the Navy, and then he gets on the battleship, and then the ending scene is so dumb. They get one of the old,
He's like a bad boy in that movie.
yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm in the military, and they give me rules, but I don't obey the rules. You know, like one of those.
Yeah.
And at the
You
end,
can't control me.
they
I
get
would maybe watch that again.
an uncharted
remember.
battleship to like fight the aliens from like World War II, like a
Oh,
World War II
wow.
battleship.
Right.
Wow.
So
They were really really reaching for a plot. They're like, how can we tie in this 1950s board game?
Well, they just wanted to put a bunch of hot people in a movie, and people be like, "Oh yeah, that board game. We love that board game. Okay, let's watch the movie." You know,
There's
it's
like
like
no-
Marvel.
it's a money grab.
There was no
It's a money
plot
grab.
built into the
Yeah,
game
exactly.
itself. So they had to just make one up, and they're like, aliens?
You know what
Sounds
kind of got that way is Transformers. Like after Transformers
Yeah.
2 and 3, I feel like it got really money grabby.
I saw the first one, I think, but
First one's pretty good. I watched it the other day.
I miss Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Have you guys seen him doing the reenactment of Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
no.
Like the
No.
read, and he shows up with like there's like all these famous actors: Jennifer Aniston, Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, and they're table reading for this remake.
Mhm.
And Shia LaBeouf tunes in on like a Zoom call, and he's shirtless, got a blunt going, high as fuck, and he does the table read. And everyone's laughing like, "Oh my god, this guy's crazy, dude!"
He's great at playing the crazy
Does he
guy.
actually kill it?
He kills it. Oh my god, it's so funny.
Are they actually making this remake?
No, it was just a table read. It was because of COVID, and they couldn't all be in the same place.
Wait, what's a table read?
Let me find
They
it.
get around a table and they read the lines.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Was he like playing Sean?
Yeah, Sean Penn.
Sean
What's
Penn's
his
character?
name?
God, I can't remember the guy's. Not Stifler or something.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is. I won't play the audio. Actually, maybe I can.
Play the audio. Let's test that out. We're testing everything. Look at Brad's face.
There's Sean Penn down there. Spicoli.
Dude, his face is too good, man. Hold on. There's a
Oh, this is long.
yeah. There's a better scene of him talking to Brad.
There's a best of
Where's that?
in the corner, right corner,
This one here?
bottom corner.
That one's long too. I just want that one scene.
Oh man, we're gonna look for it.
Hold on.
Le bouffe.
Oh, here it is.
I've seen this.
That's it. That's the clip, though.
Can you just come on?
Can you just come on?
I've seen that, and when I saw the other clip that you showed with Brad Pitt, I did think like I think this has happened twice,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that they were reading a script. I thought they were just talking, and I was like, why is Shia LaBeouf doing that?
Yeah, no, it's because the character's like a massive stoner, but it's funny to see.
So he came in like actually stoned.
He came in. He was just like, I'm methoding this. Like, I'm just gonna go all out for this like Zoom call table read, and he killed it. It's so funny. If you watch the whole thing, it's hilarious. Like the whole time he's making people laugh. It's so good.
Those actors must have been so bored during COVID
Yeah,
to be like, let's all get together and just
yeah.
do a
Read-
table reading.
read Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
You see, it was hosted by Dan Cook too.
I didn't see that, no.
Yeah,
No.
I thought that was a strange.
I don't like him.
Yeah, well, nobody really. Well, I mean, he's kind of had a good redemption arc. He was terrible for a while.
He was in that movie with what's her name, Jessica Alba,
Oh, where
where he like loses every girl that he has.
84 Honda. How dare you? That movie?
I don't remember that line, but like every girl that he has sex with like ends up with somebody else, so he like doesn't have sex with Jessica Alba because he's afraid of her like leaving him.
Yeah. What's the
But, like,
Good Luck Chuck?
Yeah, Good Luck Chuck. That was it.
That's the movie. There's a scene where his buddy microwaves like a cantaloupe to have sex with.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, because he like never gets laid, and he's
Oh
like,
wow, 2007.
yeah, that movie's old. That was prime Dan Cook. He was going off like 2008, 2007.
Yeah, he was like the hottest comedian in the world when I was a senior in high school.
But then people started accusing him of like stealing jokes.
Yeah, didn't he get canceled?
Yeah, he was stealing jokes. There was definitely a few like Louis C.K. jokes that he just full on ripped,
Damn.
and he got in trouble for that.
What does like getting in trouble look like?
Well, the comedy world just sort of ousts you. Like, you just don't
Yeah.
get booked, and like people just look down on you. Another one was
Sorry,
Carlos
Dane.
Mencia. There was a big clip of him because you remember him. He had that huge show,
No.
Mind of Mencia. You remember that?
I remember those words, yeah. Was that on Comedy Central or
Comedy
something?
Central, yeah. And then there was a huge part where Joe Rogan actually just shut him down and was like on stage going like, "You're stealing jokes. You're a piece of garbage."
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be so embarrassing.
And
Rogan
he-
steals jokes too, though, doesn't he?
I don't. Not that I've seen.
I saw some YouTube takedown of Rogan.
Oh, really?
Recently. That was like, this dude's stealing jokes too.
Rizzy, really? I'm
Yeah.
curious.
Back checking.
But also, I mean,
I gotta go to the bathroom.
yeah, just go to the bathroom. We'll be here. But also, I don't know. I think I also have some sympathy because I think a lot of comics come to the same ideas
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, they're picking stuff out of the modern zeitgeist and picking them apart. And there's only, yeah, they're eventually going to land on some of the same absurdities of modern life.
Yeah, let's see here. Accused of stealing jokes.
Yeah, that's what I've.
But his special sucked. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, you
I
don't
trust
need
what
to.
I heard on YouTube. That
Yeah,
it
you don't
sucked.
need to see it. You can watch some clips. It was kind of just pandering.
Yeah. We watched the Shane Gillis special over Christmas break. That's pretty funny.
That one's good.
Yeah. Did you like Ari Shafir's
Never saw it.
Jew?
Never saw it.
It's pretty hilarious.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's like 2 years old now or something at this point. Oh, is that the ice cream man?
It is the ice cream man.
You got an ice cream man in this neighborhood?
Dude, I went to get to the ice cream man the other day with a buddy of mine when we were here, and we heard him. We were like, let's go out there and fucking get an ice cream. Guy in there, sweet little Mexican guy. We're like, oh yeah, we want to get an ice cream. How much is it? He's like $5 for an ice cream.
For one?
For one ice cream.
Inflation, man.
Dude, isn't that nutty though? That's insane.
Okay, yes, it is. But I'm like totally not surprised. Like, dude, Sonia and I went to a bagel shop this morning, right before we came over here.
Yeah.
$8 for a bagel.
That's crazy.
$8 for
That's
a small
insane.
bagel.
Yeah.
And get this, they didn't even like toast it or cut it in half. It was like bagel and schmear. But yes,
Yeah, the bagel.
I was sincerely unimpressed by that bagel.
I love how she came around the corner. Wait. You telling him the bagel story?
They didn't cut the bagel, so you had to like cut this little bagel with a butter knife, which is hard to do.
So you did half the work.
Yeah, I did half the work, and when you're like trying to like mash your way through this bagel with a butter knife, all the sesame seeds fall off. And it was like, this is $8 fucking bagel. This is not worth $8. I don't know. Everything's going up. Ice cream, $5.
Where'd
now.
you go for the bagel?
I know. I want to like this place. Like they do like a pretty good job with their pastries and stuff, but it's all just so insanely overpriced.
Never been a big bagel guy.
I don't want to call this place out, but it's on Cesar Chavez, very close to La Barbecue.
Yeah. Oh, a little Mina action.
Yeah, good. They do a good job, but it is overpriced.
Yeah.
But please toast the bagel and cut it.
Everything
for me,
is
please.
overpriced.
I know you have a bread knife back there.
Yeah. Another one is pho, because I get pho so often.
Overpriced, do you think?
There's something
Picture in
happening.
picture mode closed to maintain recording quality. I don't even know what that means.
There's an issue.
No, I think it's fine.
I think we're good.
But
you think pho
The
is
schmear
overpriced?
was really good, though.
I think
Good
pho's
schmear.
overpriced. When I remember in 2019 when I was first getting pho, it was like $9. Now when I get pho, it's around like $15 I'm spending.
Yep. You still a fan of 888?
Yeah, I go there all the time.
Yeah, I haven't been there in years.
Why not?
I don't know. They like unimpressed me one time. I went there one time with, it was like Sonia, you and me, and two other girls. I can't remember who it was, but they like kept forgetting about us, and like we ordered some food, and the plate was like teeny tiny. I don't know, and it just seemed like they didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know.
I don't want to call him out, but
Yeah, dude.
it was. I mean, I don't
Talking
know.
shit about it. That place feeds me well. I go there all the time.
We're a fan of Het Say.
Hetse?
It's like right across the street from 888 in a little strip mall.
Oh, the haiku?
High
That's
Key.
high key.
Haiki. Is that a different place?
Yeah, they're both Vietnamese places, and they're like 2 blocks away from each other.
One's next to Oat Willie's.
Yeah, that's High Key.
That's high key.
And Het Say is like 2 blocks east of there. It's really good. They got
Yeah.
this turmeric braised chicken. Shit is fire.
So, Sonia, the Saudi Arabia thing, what's going on with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
To California.
to California next month.
Yeah.
Not to Saudi Arabia. But I will be with Saudi Arabians for an educational program.
And, well, you don't want to talk about it?
No, I don't want to talk about it
Why not?
because I don't know how confidential it is. I don't know if I can say who I'm going to be with.
Is it confidential? Oh, shit.
Might be.
Damn. Shut up. So,
What?
music.
The last time this will be the second time Sonia has guided a group of Saudi Arabians around. And the first time they were like, "Oh, what? You can drive a car?"
Okay, it's not.
They
all right.
said that? No, they did not say that.
They did say that.
What?
What? You
It
allowed
was
to drive
in-
a car?
They don't know? They've never seen a movie?
It
or
was
something?
in. It was in. Let's see. It was 2018, and I was working at an organization where we were putting together another educational program with the same program. So we're working with someone in London who makes programs for government folks in the ministries of education, agriculture, to put on programs in the U.S. And in 2018, we had the Ministry of Education come to visit Texas and took them to different schools. And yeah, I picked them up in a rental car, and their reaction was kind of like, "Are you our driver?" And I was like, "I'm not your driver, but I am driving you to where we're going." And they were very like confused. And then I realized that women were just given the right to be able to drive that year in Saudi Arabia. So
they were
different
like,
cultural norms. They were just like, "Who is this blonde girl picking us up? Can she drive?"
wild.
And I was like, "Yep, I've been driving for like 10 years already." I think I was 25, 26 at the time. So I was like, yeah, it's been a while.
That's crazy. I'm surprised they didn't know that. Obviously, women can drive. I'm surprised that was.
I don't think they leave their bubble very much.
But they must have like access to. There are some blockbuster American movies and media that get to them, and they know
for sure.
that they see that. You know what I mean?
They can intellectually know
Sure.
that women can drive.
Yeah.
But it's
But
still
I
a
think-
shock to the system.
Yeah, I think like in reality, like it happening to them, like having a woman drive them, like being responsible for their lives, being
Right.
behind the wheel, they were just kind of like,
Yeah.
didn't think that this was actually going to happen to me.
They're like, okay, we're here. Wow.
whoa.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Are you going to be driving them around California?
I'm not going to drive this time. I'm getting somebody else to drive.
That's good.
To save them from that shock.
No, just I don't know. We have a budget now to kind of get a driver, and I think it's better that I be not the driver and be like the liaison, so that it's not mixed with like. I don't want to be the help. I want to be seen as like, you know, somebody who's the liaison between them and the universities that we're visiting. You know, I don't want to be like, oh, she's the driver.
Did you get the interpreter already set
We're
up?
still looking for that.
I saw your
person.
Instagram post the other day.
I actually got quite a bit of people who responded to that.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, you're not going to get anybody with that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I talked to my old boss about how we were going to find an interpreter, and he was just like, I'm just going to hit up some of the mosques in the area and see if
That's
we can
smart.
find someone. And I was like, okay, that's smart. And then he was like, this is going to sound crazy, but did you look at Craigslist? And I was like, I did look at Craigslist.
Craigslist is wild now.
And I didn't
sorry.
see anything, but
Like,
I
what were
could
you-
make a post.
Yeah, you need to make a post on Craigslist.
Yeah, I
and
know.
you're going to get all sorts of insane responses.
Yes,
but
dude.
what would you be even looking for on Craigslist?
We're
Like,
just
I
looking-
am an interpreter looking for work.
Yeah, I was just seeing if there was somebody who like did Arabic translation, you know.
I feel like Craigslist has really gone off the rails at this point.
I haven't used it in a really long time, but I found the house that I lived in when Ryan and I first met on Craigslist. The ad was so funny. It was like 200 square feet behind my house, tiny house, really tiny, no couples. Are you crazy? It's 200 square feet.
That's funny.
And I was like, this person sounds really grumpy, but I'm going to go and check it out. And I checked it out, and he was, in fact, a very grumpy guy.
But what is crazier about Craigslist now than
Yeah, what's your
Before,
experience?
like-
My impression, at least, is that when Craigslist, like maybe 10 years ago, it was a place you can get a roommate, you can get places.
Yeah.
But I feel like now it's gone off now it's just like, we're selling drugs, or
Are you looking for drugs on
are you
Craigslist?
looking for sex? Like, that's what I
But
assume.
it was that back then too. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I think there's different sections. It depends on what section you're looking at.
I feel like you used to be able to find jobs on Craigslist too, and
Yeah,
now it's
I did.
like, ooh, you can't do that. You're not going on Craigslist.
I
for a
haven't
job.
looked for a job on Craigslist in a long time, but yeah, I don't really see it as being like a job listing.
Nah, it's always just been like a weird, shitty gig
Yeah.
place to get a
Well,
job.
I mean, there's just so many places now where you can find like Craigslist was like great for finding, you know, weird communities or like missed connections. I saw a really strange ad on Craigslist one time. I was just kind of curious, and I looked at the misconnections, and there was a guy that made a post on Craigslist. I'm assuming it's a guy. I think it was a guy. But he was just like, hey, if you're out there, I found your prosthetic leg, and I would really, really like to meet you. It's such a beautiful leg.
Oh, what a creep.
It was so weird.
That's a weird fetish to have.
That's just some dude making shit up. That's not.
Probably, but that is a real fetish, though. Like, there are people who are into that.
He found it on the bus.
Yeah, but who loses their prosthetic
Yeah, who
leg?
leaves their leg? Like, he just hopped off and didn't even remember?
Yeah,
Like
you're
it's
not
his
going to
phone.
leave without that.
Yeah, I don't know. He found someone's leg. And then I've seen other misconnections that are like, hey, I don't know if you're out there, but like we were at a coffee shop and you were looking at me and you were smiling at me and I don't know
looking for
your
lost
name.
love.
You know, I don't know your name, but you looked at me like you liked me.
What's
and
the,
it's
what's
like
the
that's,
goal there?
is that really gonna work for people? Like
At that
like-
point, it's just like art. You know what I mean? Like, you're just posting a poem online.
I definitely
It is
posted a
like that.
misconnection one time.
really?
Yeah. When I was living in Chicago in like 2011 or something, posted a misconnection, and then straight up saw that girl at a party like weeks later.
Did she see your post?
Yeah, she did.
Stop.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Stop.
Wait.
She didn't respond to it, but we did end up hanging out.
Oh, so you ran into her
But
again,
wait.
and you were like, oh, so she was like, I do remember you. You made a post, and I saw
Yeah,
it,
tell us
and
how
I
that
didn't
went.
respond.
I don't remember. She
You told her that you
we
made a
definitely
post
like
about her.
had like an eye contact thing on the bus. I saw her on the bus, and I made a misconnection.
Misconnections on the bus are a thing.
And, made a post, and then I went to a party like 2 weeks later, and she walked in the door and
You've told me this before.
made
Remember it.
eyes again. Ended up hanging out, and I think at one point I was like, I made it. Actually, she like remembered me from the bus, and I was like, I actually posted a misconnection, and she was like, oh yeah, I know.
That's so
And how long
crazy.
did you guys see each other?
Exactly one day.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. She was not my type actually in real life.
You just needed that little extra hour.
But you,
see-
made
see
a
these
post about her.
Yeah, but that
based on
happens.
zero information.
What happens?
It was like cute redhead girl on the bus, but then when you actually like get to talk to somebody,
She
you're
opens
like,
her mouth, and you're like, oh, you suck.
No, she wasn't terrible, but she wasn't like super annoying or anything. It was.
What
it
if
was,
she
it was-
saw this also?
Hey.
Oh my God. It just keeps going.
It
She's
was
like, I saw the misconnection and the podcast.
no, there was nothing wrong with her. It was just like
Never
there was actually
ends.
like no connection when we were sober.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
That happens.
You know what? I think I made a misconnection post once.
You did. How'd that
Oh
go?
Yeah.
my God. Only after he admits to his, you're going to whip out yours.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I don't know.
Continue.
I don't know if it was a. No, I know what it was.
Okay.
There was like an Instagram thing with Barbarella. You know that bar on
Oh, yeah.
6th
Yeah.
Street?
Yep.
Oh my God, I think I was with you. We went out with the parents and got kind of drunk.
We did not go to Barbarella's with our parents.
No, we did not go out with our parents, please. We went to fucking PF Chang's like they love. And then,
And then
we
we went to
left
Barb's.
and we went out and we danced and got drinks. I remember being with you.
Oh, I remember I was with you and your friend.
And there was a guy that I met at Barbarella when I was drunk and we were like making out and having a good time. And then I lost him at the club. And then
You did not post it.
I didn't post
Craigslist.
something, but I told Barbarella, I think like
You went
on
to
the-
Mr. Barbarella himself.
there was like a thing that Barbarella was doing on Instagram that was like, did you meet somebody the other night and not know where they are? Like we can help you find them. And I was like, this is kind of funny. And I was just like, I'm just going to do it for shits and giggles. And then they made a post on their Instagram that was like, so-and-so is looking for the person that they met the other night. And didn't hear anything back. So,
Oh my.
Dang.
yeah,
What a tool.
Womp womp.
rejection.
He might have
about
seen
that.
it and then just didn't respond.
It's true.
Like the redhead. That does happen.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. You put yourself out there.
Best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's the name of the game, dude.
I kissed a girl at midnight once on New Year's Eve, and then I just met her like 5 minutes before, and then we went on a date like the next week, and she was terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible.
I love hearing these stories.
Yeah.
I've heard this one before, though.
That's kind of what
I've been your girlfriend a long time.
This was actually kind of what I wanted to do with the podcast too, is just like have someone come on here and just tell like a interesting story about your history, kind of like what I do on the Instagram. Just be like, tell me a story about something that you've done in your history that you think kind of defines you.
Well, I think this girl was incredibly ungrateful because I made her dinner, and it was Velveeta shells and cheese, which is like the good shit. You know,
That is good.
Wow,
that's
Ryan.
like that's the
Did you
best
have a
mac and
protein?
cheese. No.
Wow.
And she's incredibly ungrateful because you put boxed cheese on pasta shells.
I know. I was a little Casanova. I
But
was
it's
like,
not-
I'm whipping out the good shit.
It's not powdered, so
Oh, it's not bad.
That's why it's better.
that's why it's better.
It is markedly better than Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah, you got to give him some credit.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember us hanging out on Damien's couch when we first started dating and talking and eating soup until like 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And Damien was my landlord, the one that made the 200 square foot. Because my place was just like a bed and like a little tiny kitchen. But the laundry room was attached to his house and had a couch. And Damien said that I could hang out on the couch. So Ryan and I would hang out on the couch inside. And he would come in sometimes and do laundry. And there was one time that he came in and he saw the two of us hanging out on the couch. And he was just like, "What the fuck are y'all doing in here?" And I was just like, "I thought you said that we could hang out in here." And then when he met Ryan, he was like, "Who's that guy?" And I was like, "He's a guy I'm singing." And he's like, "He looks like a musician." And I was like, "He is a musician." He's like, "Yeah, he's got that look." He had that long hair and the sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Good landlord, but he kind of acted like my dad a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a little like protective dad energy.
He had a
Was
little
this,
protective dad energy.
Was this which one was this? Which house?
It was the house that I lived at
Off
when
7th?
No, it was like off 12th Street.
Yeah, it was off 12th.
Oh, by the railroad track?
I don't know.
That's up north.
I've lived in so many places here.
I feel like you have. You've moved around a fucking lot.
So much. I'm tired of it. And that's why Ryan's like, this year I was like, "Ryan, we're hiring movers." And he was like, "No,
Yeah.
we're not hiring movers." And I was like, "I draw a boundary."
When you move around that much, after a while, it's like, I get it.
Every year moving all your shit, it sucks.
Yeah. I get
You
it.
really don't like know how much shit you have until you have to move all of it.
Mm-hmm. Are you stoked to do it again?
We're hiring movers.
Mm,
Definitely.
that's the move.
Okay. Think of this. Okay, so the last time that we moved, when we hired movers, it took us 4 hours to move. We were able to get into our new place and get all the boxes all before 2:00 and then spend the rest of the day rearranging things. I played a show that night that we moved. That would have never happened if we had to spend all day moving with our cars, stuff from one to the next.
Pro tip: hire movers.
Hire movers.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
rely on your friends anymore.
I mean,
or
if
your
you're
parents.
if you're in your 20s, I mean,
Get a mover.
I get it. I
Get 2 movers.
getting your friends and just because if you own like fucking 3 things, I mean, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah, but who just owns 3 things?
Like people in their 20s, but once you get older, you start getting more shit that you care about, and then it's like, all right, now it's time.
Ryan loves to hang on to shit. Don't
Yeah.
you, baby?
You have way more stuff than me, and you don't admit it.
Is it true?
I have been moving
I'm not
almost every
talking
year of my
about-
life, like my entire life. So I keep a pretty minimal setup.
I'm not talking about stuff that I have. I'm talking about stuff that I carry with
Emotional
me.
baggage.
Emotional baggage
Okay,
stuff.
we're not going to emotional baggage.
What the fuck did this turn into?
Okay, I remember when we moved into the tiny when
Emotional.
we moved into the Tillery house, the really really tiny 500 square feet. Ryan and I were sharing 500 square feet because his like living situation didn't work out, and he was like, "Can I live in your little square foot?" And I was like, "Okay."
Oh, the one that was like behind the other house.
Yeah, behind
The one that she said was 200 square meters
Right.
just 10 minutes ago.
No,
Square feet.
no. That was Damien's place.
Oh.
That was actually 200 square feet.
Oh, okay. Okay. Continue.
Anyway, so Ryan moved in and he was like, I have so many shirts. And we were sharing a closet. And he was like, I have so many shirts. And we did this thing where he puts on all of his band shirts. And I took pictures of him wearing the shirts and then sent it to him so that he could get rid of the shirts.
That's some Marie Kondo shit. It's like, okay, there's a thing that you need to get rid of.
Yes.
And you feel like you're going to miss it. So just take a picture of it.
Yeah.
And then get rid of it.
It was cute though, just seeing Ryan putting on like all of his like band shirts.
Playing in bands for years, like you have so
Just
many.
so you
of your,
have a catalog of the shirts you used to have.
yeah,
So that you don't have to actually carry on.
I haven't actually made a catalog of this. Like these photos are going to get lost to time or whatever. But you know, you have so many band shirts. Your buddies all have bands, and you're trying to support your friends and stuff.
Right.
So I just end up with a closet full of fucking band shirts that I'm never going to wear.
He
Yeah.
loves to buy the band shirts.
Did I tell you? I made a post about this too.
He's wearing a band shirt right now.
My friend had a band shirt, which was a tie-dye shirt, and I thought it was really ugly because it just was like orange and black, and it was like, I can't do anything with this.
Oh, orange and black tie-dye is not.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
It's Halloween.
It's very
Exactly. So I
Halloween-y.
put it into a bin, and I sent it to Goodwill. And like a week later, I get invited to a group chat, and the title of the group chat was "Who the fuck gave my band shirt to Goodwill?"
Shut up.
Called out.
And they're all going through like process of elimination, like 30 people trying to figure out like, here's a photo of me with mine.
Oh
this guy
my
has his.
God.
And it all just wiggled down to me. And I was like, dude, fuck these guys. That is so funny. Oh my God. It was pretty
That's
good.
ridiculous.
It was pretty good.
You got caught.
They got your ass.
They got my ass.
Seriously, got your ass. That's so funny.
But I mean, it was just like, dude, it's so ugly. And I hate having extra clothing. That's the number one thing I hate is shit in my closet that I'm not wearing.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I want to get rid of it as soon as possible.
That's why you got to go to the clothing swaps, man.
That's true. I should do that. Another thing is I try to
It's
give
better
it.
than Goodwill.
I try to go to Buffalo Exchange. I've never been
They
humbled.
fucking never take your stuff
Bro,
there.
they never do. I was like, is this worth anything? And they're like, none of this is in the style palette that we were looking for
That's what
today.
they always say.
That was
I'm like,
really
fucking-
kind way to say your shit sucks.
I know. It's like, come on, just tell me I'm a bitch. And
I
move
think
on.
they're also hoping that you'll just like donate it to them.
Yeah, so then they
Yeah.
can take it out of the donation box and then put it on the shelf.
I've taken a bunch of stuff there, and the only thing that they take is like something with a big stain on it. Something that was like markedly fucked up.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that they would take.
I'm
but
sure
was
if you
it
took
free
your
people?
band shirts, though, they would take that. I'm sure a lot of those look
No,
cool.
No.
no,
Really?
only like I can't remember them.
What?
Okay,
what
I
would
am really-
qualify? What
I-
would actually qualify?
I'm really proud of something actually that was taken by Buffalo Exchange. Oh my god, I just had afternoon coffee. Something that was taken that was like, whoa, I can't believe that this was actually taken. Was I actually bought a pair of shorts, like jean shorts from Buffalo Exchange. And I think I had put on some weight or whatever. They weren't fitting as right. I had to like really hike them up, and they were kind of showing my butt cheeks a little bit. So I was like, well, I'm gonna hand sew some lace on the end so that it just makes it a little bit longer. And I wore those a lot, and then I was like, okay, I don't want to wear these anymore. And I took them to Buffalo, and they were like, these are so cute. Like, who made these? And I was like, well, I bought the shorts here, and then I sewed the lace on the ends.
So you think it was because you added a flare?
And they were like, oh my God, they're so cute. We're going to take them. And they bought them. And I was just like, whoa. I ended up getting more money for those than what I ended up buying it. And I was like,
What'd they give you for it?
I think I took the store credit. It's better to take the store credit. But I don't
It's
know.
like a fucking GameStop in there.
It is. Yeah. It's definitely like that.
That's crazy.
I haven't been there in a long time, but
GameStop? Yeah, me neither.
no, not the GameStop.
I'm joking.
I never go in there.
Dude,
That is
I haven't
not
been
my-
in a
that is
GameStop.
not my Buffalo Exchange.
Are they still going?
They're still going. They're still riding that meme coin wave
I
too.
bet they are.
So they're up and operating. But I honestly I do not know who the fuck is going in there. Because if I buy a game, it's gonna be online.
Yeah, you can just buy games online, right?
Yeah.
I
haven't-
hope they keep
I haven't
going
gamed in a long
because
time. I don't know what's
buying
going
shit
on.
online is getting to be way too normal.
Yeah.
Ryan doesn't like buying anything on Amazon.
Really? I'd buy fucking everything on Amazon. You don't like
No.
feeding the man?
Yeah, the whole system kind of grosses me out. I don't know. I mean,
Also, the
I will.
quality of the stuff you get is bad.
Yeah, you used to be able to like get pretty decent stuff on Amazon. But now everything that you get on there, it's like it just feels like it sucks now. You know what I mean?
Something
It
did
just feels like
happen.
it's all shitty now.
Something did happen though that was really funny. I ordered a book on Amazon about, it's called Mating in Captivity, and it's about like gender roles and stuff, and it like talks about like sex and stuff. It's, you know, it's a
Risque book.
It's a risque book. So I ordered on Amazon, and then a package comes the next day, and I'm like, oh, it's my book. And I open it, and it's a fucking theology book.
It was like straight up Christian propaganda book.
It was Christian propaganda
What was the title?
book. I don't know what the
I
title
think
is.
it was
I have
called,
it in my
like,
car,
How
though.
Can I Know? Or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's what it was called. It was called How Can I Know? And it was
I
about...
thought you said it was about mating.
That's
I
what she
know.
ordered, but
That was
somebody at
what
the
I
Amazon
ordered.
warehouse slipped in this like Christian propaganda
So
book.
I ordered a book on like sex and mating, and then I ended up getting a book called How Can I Know? And it was like a theology book.
And
That
you
was
read
it.
You read it?
No. I'm returning it, but I just thought it was so funny that I ended up getting this book.
Are you guys religious? Are you
No.
religious, Ryan?
No.
No. Do you think, Sonia,
What?
did you ever believe in God? Like when you were younger? Like when did you like stop?
I have a lot of thoughts about that.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I think I mean, I don't think about God until I need to think about God.
What does that mean?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. I mean, we're talking.
All right. So I feel like when I feel incredibly helpless or something's happening that is just completely out of my control, that's when I find myself praying or thinking about God. But in my day-to-day life,
You're like, meh.
don't really think about being a religious person. But like, I don't know, like I don't, it's kind of like ghosts. I don't really like to talk about ghosts, but I respect ghosts. Like they're there.
If there's any listening right now.
If there's any listening, yeah, like I don't want to fuck with y'all. I don't want to fuck with God, but I don't like, you know, I don't do confessions or like go to church every Sunday. I don't think about like my sinning being like that I'm not going to be able to go to heaven or hell. I don't think about heaven or hell. I just like, you know, and then, but I have had some like times where I feel like, shit, I really don't know what to do about this. And I'll pray to someone.
Well, that almost makes it sound like it's like a compensation mechanism. You know what I mean? Like if it's like, it just makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So it's like, then we do it.
It's
Yeah.
comforting to talk to somebody out there that might
Yeah.
have some sort of
That's
power
understandable.
control.
I found that when I'm in a really stressful situation or something's going on in my life, sometimes I'll be like, oh my God, thank you, God. Like I'll just instinctually, I'll
Yeah.
do that.
It's like,
But then I have to catch myself and be like, well, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, God, what am I doing? But like, I do have an instinctual moment where I'm like, oh, thank God I did that. You know, thank you, someone, for doing this for me. But I don't know if I believe in God, I guess. How about you?
I don't know. I was a Hare Krishna for a while, which was like pretty God focused thing.
What's the difference there?
there's a lot
between
more
what?
rules.
Between what?
Like that and Christianity.
Hare Krishna is like it's a branch of Hinduism. They kind of believe that Christ was like an avatar of God, but is not like God himself. But there's been like a bunch of different avatars that have come throughout the ages. It's all about singing and dancing and chanting. Yeah. Are you familiar with the Hare Krishnas at all?
I know they used to walk around our college.
Yeah. George
And-
Harrison was one.
Bhagavad Gita.
George Harrison, yeah, and the airport thing in the movie Airplane. But I never actually like knew what they were. So it sounds like it's kind of incorporating Christianity with.
No, not really. They think that like a lot of teachings of Christianity are true, but I would say that the theology is deeper than Christianity because it ties back to like a philosophical system that's like thousands of years old. They are pretty strict in their rules and their like prescriptions for like how people should live. And
So they have like a kosher or like a halal?
yeah.
Like what? Like, oh, there's no beef, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, there's no meat.
So you were vegan.
It's not vegan.
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian. They think of the cow as their second mother, so they consume a lot of dairy products.
Why did that happen?
I think probably historically in a region that, like philosophically, they did not really. Most Indian, don't quote me on this. Culturally, they do not eat nearly as much meat there. They think
Right.
it's like pretty improper and inhumane to eat meat there. That's more common in India, and I think. But they found that milk and milk products can provide a lot of nutrients. So I think just culturally from that area of the world, it was just more normal, and I think that's why they have like the sacred cow, and they like there are certain Hindu sects that like worship cows.
Is it because there's less cows in the region too? Is that a part of it?
I don't know. Like, I mean, less than cattle
Like
farms
Europe.
in Texas, or
I mean, like Europe, where Christianity started.
I don't know. I think
Or I
their
guess
whole
it
like
started in the Middle East.
I think their whole philosophical system said like don't kill cows
Mm-hmm.
and
VJ
and
or
don't kill living beings in general.
Yeah.
our guitar player VJ told me that his mom, who's from India, had a band here in Austin called the Sacred Cowgirls.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
pretty
this
dope.
is making a lot of sense right now.
Well, yeah, I remember when I worked at that Chinese restaurant in college, we'd have a lot of Hindu people come in, and they would never want to order the meat. They were like, as long as there's
Yeah.
no beef, we're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And VJ's been, I think, vegetarian for like his whole life.
It's pretty amazing because, like, I mean, the Hindus are no beef, and then the Muslims, I believe, are no pork.
Yeah, and their food needs to be halal.
Halal, the way it's prepared and,
Yeah.
and slaughtered.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Surprisingly, a lot of places that are halal
and
friendly,
the Jews, they don't do seafood, I think, right?
I think, or pork at all.
they don't do pork.
They don't do pork, but they also don't do shellfish, like certain seafood.
I don't know. That might be true.
I don't know about that.
I think that's kosher. I can look it up. But
But
it's like everyone just has something that they can't eat.
I like this screensaver you have here.
yeah,
I don't even know what this is. I think it's Yahoo.
It's cute.
Food that permits solid food is sold, cooked, or eaten. Okay, let's see. Trying to find something that says fish. Yeah. Crab. I think it's a lot of seafood they can't eat.
yeah. Bugs of the sea.
Yeah.
Bugs of the sea.
Which would make sense because back then I feel like it'd be tough to prepare those foods.
Yeah,
So
probably.
That's why it would make people sick and whatnot.
Probably.
But
Yeah, people think
Yeah.
of pork as being like unclean,
so
But, I don't
pork
know.
belly's so good.
I was like a Hare Krishna for a while, and I was doing that for a couple of years.
why'd you
but,
leave?
They. It really kind of came down to the guy that was like leading the place.
Yeah.
He had a strange vibe and was like a little disconnected from modern. Like this guy had been a hardcore Hare Krishna for like 50 years, and
50?
he was in it from like since the late 60s. Yeah.
But he was like tripping acid all the time and stuff?
He was like a hippie in the 60s. Like the Hare Krishnas attracted a lot of hippies in the 60s.
Right.
And
Hippies in the 60s.
and he was like a vagabond traveling folk singing hippie guy, and he became a Hare Krishna, and he was in it for like 50 years, and now he's been in it so long that in my opinion he's a little disconnected from reality.
From where the world is.
Yeah, he said and did some things. I was like, dude, that's like really not cool. He like made fun of a disabled person one time, and like, he just said some weird shit that I was like, that's kind of fucking.
Have you heard of this guy Swavi?
Which one?
It's like a cult that came out of India called.
There's been a bunch.
Yeah, and it was something Swavi, and the guy basically he was pondering. I knew this girl that got sucked into it. He was pondering to like people who were kind of lost in their life to like join this cult,
Classic.
and then once you get in there, they're like you got to donate a lot of money.
This is a modern guy, or this is?
It was modern. It happened like 5 years ago. It was called Swavi. Let me see if I can find it.
This wasn't the Osho cult out in Oregon.
No,
right?
it was. It had a.
I mean, oh my god, dude! If you're going down the sexual abuse rabbit hole
Of yoga gurus?
of yoga cults, you're gonna have a
Swami
field day.
Tristananda.
Yep, that's
Muktananda.
it. Swami. That's what it was.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what it. This is exactly right. He was basically getting like young women who were kind of lost, and
Chitananda. Oh, is it? Wait, this is a Nexium thing. Drug fueled gang rapes. My God.
yeah, this is the guy. Yeah, and she got sucked into this for a bit, and this guy's just a sick bastard who just.
Was this here in Austin?
No, this is. I think it's in Portland, but
Oregon.
it was for a while. It was all over the place. Like he
Whoa.
was really building this thing out.
Human trafficking. Wow.
Yeah, but
Yeah, man. There was some kind of like weird shit going on in the group. I don't think he did anything that bad, but man, kind of get involved with like any kind of spiritual group. There's always like some sexual abuse allegations that go around in like every single one of them. So I don't know, man. I kind of like wash my hands of that stuff a little bit.
yeah,
I was real into like meditating and yoga and stuff, and I still meditate sometimes, but like,
Ryan, you were in this group, like this gym group for a while, and somebody, we don't have to name any names, but like somebody had died. There was like a lot of drama going on around like how this person died. And
yeah, there's like I was involved in kind of like the psychedelic scene here in Austin for a while, and there was which is a huge scene, but there are like psychedelic churches that have sprung up, and then like you kind of, there's some mysterious deaths involved with like more than one of them.
related to the drug taking.
In at least one of them, yes. There's another one that's a little more mysterious. That's like,
What happened? Did they like a heart attack, or what are we talking about?
you don't really know.
I don't really know. I think it was hinted that he had like cardiac arrest or something like that while he was doing like an ice bath kind of thing.
But like super
But that's
healthy
not.
guy.
That's not. I mean,
not-
that happens.
Right, it does. But there was also all these like weird allegations going on about
Yeah, there was
like
weird
witchcraft and black magic and like people,
People getting wild.
energy vampires like
Yeah,
leeching
like-
off of him and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, they're just like Ryan was telling me about it. And it just sounded like this whole scene had an opinion about his death. It wasn't.
yeah,
There
there was a
was-
lot of blame going around. And
Yeah,
I think the whole thing with faith and all this, I think it really has to come down to like you personally. When people start coming together and making like these groups for faith, is when shit gets completely out of hand.
yeah, it becomes like the Donner Party.
Yeah, it just gets nuts. And I mean, look at the Catholic Church and anything else. It's just large groups, even like Buddhist monks. You guys hear of these Buddhist monks in like Myanmar are straight up like chopping these people's heads off.
Oh my god.
I don't know about that, but I know there's been sexual abuse allegations in like almost every like Buddhist community in
It's
America.
insane.
We're
And then there was
watching,
the thing about the Dalai Lama.
Oh no.
Did you hear about that?
What did he do?
He was like kissing a little boy.
Oh yeah, there was some picture. Yeah, he like kissed a little boy on the mouth or something.
Yeah. And you could make an argument like the dude is so out of touch that he just doesn't know.
And it's actually a totally different culture too. Like it's
Yeah.
weird. in
Yeah.
America. I don't know. I remember seeing that.
So
video
I don't
and
know
being
either.
Like, it's like it's weird, but like
You know what I saw this
he's
morning?
an old Tibetan man from the other side of the planet. He's like,
Right.
True. What I saw this morning, and this is on our side of the planet, fucking Tom Brady. You see the clip of him getting a massage from like his trainer, and then his son walks in the room, and he's like, "Can I go play games?" And he's like, "What do I get in return?" And the son walks over and gives his dad a kiss right on the lips. And then he's leaving the room, and dad goes, "That was just a peck." And then he comes back.
this is real?
Dude.
Why is this being filmed?
Dude,
Wait,
Dude.
what the fuck?
crazy.
Who's Tom Brady again?
He's
like a
the
quarterback or
quarterback
something.
for the New England Patriots who won like 5-6 Super Bowls.
Yeah,
or
he's
And
something.
he
gotta be, like,
wanted
one of
his
the highest
son to
paid.
make out with him.
Well, they weren't making out, but it was weird. Like it was super.
Are you about to
weird.
show me right
Yeah,
now?
I'm gonna show you.
I want to know why this is being filmed.
Also, I'm kind of getting hungry, y'all. It's like 4:15.
Yeah, we'll call it here in about like another 5 minutes. Yeah, this is it right here.
Oh no! What the fuck?
How recent? 7 years ago. This is.
Who filmed this?
Yeah, but it's fucking bananas. I'm gonna turn the audio down so I don't get it like flagged or something. Let's see here. Here we go. So you see the son walks in. There we go. He's like, "Okay, daddy." Boom. And then he says, "That's just a peck." And he comes back.
The fuck?
He
That was
wiped his
fucking
mouth.
weird.
That's weird, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy weird.
Ew! What happened after that?
He just walks
went,
off.
He went on to win 4 more Super Bowls.
Yeah.
No
And-
biggie.
And he's got his own weirdness too. He has this trainer that everyone was giving him shit about because his trainer's like he's not just a nutrition trainer. He's also a guy who's like, you need to mentally prepare. He's kind of got like these weird ideas and kind of pushing weird philosophies to Tom Brady.
Semen retention.
Yeah, something like that.
Ew!
Some
Hold your
crazy
seed.
shit. But that's a crazy clip when you see that. But
Dude, his son's reaction too was just like,
I know the son's like
like
"God
even the
damn it,
son was
Dad."
just kind of like,
I accidentally kissed my grandma on the lips one time.
Yeah?
That was weird. I can't imagine being forced to like kiss your dad on the lips.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
That'd be
be
very weird.
so weird.
Yeah. I've never kissed dad anywhere near his face at all.
That's so weird, man.
Your dad's not much of a hugger either.
No, like he'll go in for fist bumps a lot. And I'm
Yeah.
always like, nah, get in here.
Dad fist bumps.
Yeah, he does that with me. With you, you're a daughter. He's going to hug you.
You guys
But-
should hug more.
Yeah, I mean, we've hugged occasionally, but it's like generally speaking.
You know what's so funny is that I never had that perspective of dad. I've always seen dad as like this, come here and give me a hug.
Yeah,
and
but I'm the son. It's
love
different.
me and I'm dad. And then you and Ryan have been like, I don't know, dad doesn't really like to hug that much.
Yeah, it's different. When you're a guy, it's very different. Because guy on guy, it's like, you're like fist bump. What's up, dude? Good? Things are good? That's good. Shape
No,
up.
but y'all should hug more. Like guys just generally should hug more.
Yeah, I tried to hug him one time and he seemed really confused and like off put by it. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, did I just weird out Sonia's dad?
I think I was encouraging you to hug him.
Yeah, you were.
You were like, okay, we're going to walk in there. You're going to hug him.
You're gonna hug.
On 3.
I think she had a secret conversation with him because the next time I saw him, he was like all about it. Like Sonia must have gone over there and told him, like, Ryan,
No,
Dad,
because,
you need to
no,
hug
no,
Ryan.
No, because Mom and I
That
have
sounds like you.
No, because Mom and I have talked to Dad, being like, "Why don't you hug the guys?" Like, and he was just kind of like he didn't even really realize
I mean, like,
that he didn't do it.
it has to be timing, too. Like, there are a lot of days I'm like, Dad, see ya. Just high
But-
five and I'm out.
But he doesn't hug the guys in Brazil. They all do the fist bump
Well,
thing.
Brazil is different.
Well,
Brazil
Ryan,
is different.
Ryan was literally like, before we saw Fernando and Bruno, he's like, Sonia, can you like practice this?
I made Sonia practice the hand slap with me because they always do the
He's
same
like,
thing,
"Can we
and
practice this real
I kept
quick?"
like missing and fucking up.
That's
I'd be
so
like,
funny.
Oh.
see, like
Yeah.
that's what your
a big
Brazilian
one.
cousins do every time.
They do that.
Yeah, Ryan was like, can we practice it real quick? They're coming. They're
That's
coming.
the most awkward thing is when you're going for a bump and then someone's like doing this.
Yeah, and then you
And
hit
then you're
it.
like,
and it's,
oh.
Super
I don't know
sharp.
what it is, but like when you really know someone, it just fucking goes. Like there's no hesitation, there's
That's right.
no awkwardness.
Well, they
It's
do
just
it all the time
clean.
with each other.
That's right.
No,
So-
but even in the United States, like if I'm going in for
Yeah, but Ryan never does that shit. So like,
No,
when is he?
but I
ever
nailed
gonna...
it with Bruno though.
Yeah, you nailed it. Good, nice. He probably gained a lot of respect for you there.
That's right.
that is good.
Yeah.
As soon as you hit it, he's like, "This guy's pretty cool."
That's right.
I mean, that's
I like
how.
this guy.
I mean, that's the new handshake. Like handshake was how guys would figure out if the other guy was like gonna be a strong guy or like a BJ from the Gemstones.
The handshake thing, I think, is bullshit though. 'Cause
Well,
it's
nobody
like-
does it anymore. Handshake's gross since the pandemic. Nobody wants to.
No, I
I
mean,
still shake hands with people all the time.
I'll shake hands with people. Yeah,
I don't like shaking hands.
I shake hands.
I would rather hug somebody than shake their hand.
No, not a new person. I ain't hugging a new person.
Yeah.
New person, it's too much.
Yeah, they haven't earned it yet.
Yeah,
I
they don't
don't-
earn that shit.
I don't want to touch somebody's hand though.
It's always weird when you're like right on the precipice of knowing someone enough.
Like
to give
I would
them a
rather
hug.
be like, I'd rather be
You know?
like, hey, nice to meet you,
Yeah, there's tons of people in your
rather
friend
than
group
be
that I
like
feel
a,
obligated
hey,
to hug.
let me touch your hand so that I can touch literally everything that you've touched since you last washed your hand.
No, I think in a business situation, a handshake is still like the go-to.
Okay, sure. I'm talking about outside of business.
No, I know, and I'm gonna agree with you because when you're outside of business with a buddy, I would do that. Like if I see a buddy I haven't seen in a while,
Yeah,
I'm going in for the big
girls
high
hug.
five.
But the handshake is how we share bacteria from our microbiome. It's how we it's how we maintain group cohesion.
There probably is some kind of strange. What was that big term people used? Herd immunity.
Yeah, I mean, no joke. That's like how we like just subtly pass around things and make each other immune to things. Like it gets
It's
into
important.
our,
I
how we
met-
share our microbiome.
I met one of Erica Badu's background singers
And
came
now
to sing
you-
his play.
Now you have a similar microbiome as her.
Yeah, wow. Well,
You guys in
here's the
sync?
thing. She wouldn't shake my hand. And then I noticed that she didn't shake anyone else's hand.
Does she hug?
She didn't hug either. And I was like, oh, that's weird. But she explained. She just goes, I don't really shake hands in the winter. As a singer, it's like
Can't risk it.
it can't really risk it.
That's a good point though. If your money is dependent on your vocal cords, that makes sense. Kind of gross. When I first started doing open mics, I got a massive infection in my throat,
Oh, I bet, man.
and I think it was because I
The
was
microphones.
the microphones.
Ew,
I think it
dude.
was because I'm out there
Dude.
talking.
Bring your own microphone.
Well, you can't, not like all the time.
You could be that guy that brings his own microphone and make a joke out of it. Just be like, yeah, so give me a sec.
But I think now that I've been doing it enough,
Is this thing on? Yeah, I bring my own microphone.
I don't know if I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
I'm a germaphobe.
I had a germaphobe in my office, and this guy was next level. He cooks all of his food. Gross. He cooks all of his food at his house and then brings it to work. He never eats anything outside of his house, ever.
Oh, weird.
And he has hand sanitizer on him all the time. He never shakes hands.
This since COVID?
No, this was 2017.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is he still
2018.
around?
Yeah, I talked to him the other day. He's a good guy. He's great, but he's just like, don't fucking touch me.
I bet he flipped out during the COVID time.
Oh yeah, he wasn't going outside at all.
No.
I bet he was like, well, that's it. I knew it. I
Yeah.
knew today was coming.
He was prepared.
He was prepared. He's one of those guys with like a big safe of guns and like a fallback bunker and all those. He's that kind of guy too.
All the Friends episodes and seasons.
I don't know if is that what you would save in a bunker?
No, I was just
Oh, hey.
referencing that movie that the Obamas made.
You have one show to bring to a bunker for in a situation of fallout. What are you bringing? For me, it's House MD.
Maybe Lost
Lost is good.
or Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad's only 5 seasons.
Yeah, Lost takes forever to watch the whole thing. You could just watch it multiple times. It would take you a couple of years to watch it.
Yeah,
I'd have to pick something that I've already watched.
Lost is solid.
I haven't seen Lost. Ryan really wants me to watch Lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a good trip. I haven't seen it either, but I just
You
the
never watched
amount,
Lost?
No, but
No,
the
man.
amount of people that have talked about it, I know it's going to be good. I
It
heard
might
the
not
ending
have-
blew.
Yeah, it might not have aged very well, but it sucks you in for sure. For sure.
I haven't seen the show, but I know I would like it. I just haven't had access to it. It's Broad City.
That's what you choose.
I want to watch it.
Hmm.
We don't have Disney Plus.
Broad City bitch, Broad City bitch.
Maybe The Simpsons.
Simpsons would be good. That'd be a
God.
lot. Anything with a lot of seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys want to call it?
Yeah, let's call it.
Guess so.
It's been 2 hours.
All right.
Been
Thanks
over
for popping in. First episode. We did it.
it. Yay!
Ask me about mortgage.
We did it. The first
Don't
fucking episode.
ask me about mortgage.
Ba, 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 ba. That's not the name of the show. So, yeah. But this is great. Again, Sonia McLaughlin, Ryan Brewer.
You never introduced us.
Yeah, but
Sonia is Eric's brother.
Yes.
that's right.
We are
So
both
Sonia is
McLaughlins.
Eric's sister.
McLaughlin's.
I am Sonia's boyfriend.
And all the credit goes to Ryan for figuring out that the fucking light was causing the buzzing.
Yeah, now we need new lighting.
Oh my God.
Hit me up for all your sound needs.
That is nutty. When you said it, I was like, what? I was like, what are you saying?
That was in the first take.
Yeah. Which
All right.
nobody will see. Okay. See ya. Bye-bye.